Hello and welcome, this is Gunner, and we're back with some more BattleTech. In the last video, we spent our time repairing damage, doing refits, and traveling to a new system, setting up a contract, and we have that ready to go, and it's time to go ahead and launch it. Let's do so. Now, I don't know if it's right to use the Fire Dragon without Behemoth. She was fantastic in the last battle we had with that Fire Dragon, and I think that's more or less her mech now, so I'm going to remove it, even though it is the best mech here. With that being said, what would we replace it with? Now, we could do the Hunchback, and the Hunchback would be pretty good as a close-range brawler. Jalopy, I don't think is really set up for that, and we would lose some of our long-range flexibility if I did that. I also have to get the Jenner in here, make sure it's the right one, because unfortunately they do not really easily indicate between things. Like, for example, even though I renamed the Blitz Griffin, if I can find it on this list. Oh, there it is. But like, if just as an example, I renamed the Blitz Griffin. When you hover over this, it just says Griffin. It doesn't say Blitz Griffin. So if I had two Griffins, I'd get confused on which one was which. So you just have to click and just double check, obviously. So this is the one we'd want to use. Lowland, so we don't really have to worry about heat too much. Alright, so it'd be between the Hunchback, as I was saying, but that'd be for close-range firepower. We'd lose out a lot on the longer-range stuff. Or I could go with the Centurion and have that flexibility. And I kind of like that flexibility, so that's what I'm going to go with. And we'll go with Jalopy. As I said, alternatively, we could go with Medusa in the Hunchback. I think the likelihood we take a lot of damage in that scenario would be pretty high, and considering... Oh, I actually forgot to... And considering the kind of mechs that we're going to be going against, I think it would be a good idea to have long-range firepower rather than close-range, because they may outweigh me. So let's go ahead and... Oh, that difficulty has spiked up since the last time I took this mission. It was only 3 skulls, and somehow it's gained half a skull. Interesting. Well, hopefully we can do it with a lighter mech loadout. Alright. Careful, Commander. This drop looks like it might require more firepower than that. I recommend that we wield some heavier mechs or hold off on the mission until we can find some. No, I'm going to override you. It's not the weight of the mechs that matters, it's how they use that weight. Alright, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Looks like we've found our targets, Commander. Move forward and clear them out. Be careful, these mechs may be old and poorly well maintained, but they can still kill you. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, well, we'll see if this is a bad idea in a little bit. They're pretty close, so I may see them if I'm not careful. So let us start getting our mechs into a position we'd want them to be in. Alright, so I think the best strategy in a scenario like this is to not be hit. Do not be hit. So we're going to do a fighting retreat. He sets the idea. So Glitch is going to get in behind this area. We're going to have to use our maneuverability here to make the best of that. So, I'm not going to move too far out, because according to this, we should be, like, on top of these guys. And, you know, we don't want to engage them too early. Now for our scout. I do want to catch sight of these guys, but I do not want to be caught by them. Now, I'll have the initiative advantage, so I'll be able to get out of there if it comes down to that. But moving out. Now I'm right on where this. There we go.
I've got something.
Okay, it looks like they see me. Get to know what they are in a second. Okay, so we know of 2 mechs, and one's a Zeus, one's an 80-ton mech that we don't know what it is. I forget how heavy are Zeus mechs. I don't know my assault mechs as well as some of the lighter stuff. I know it's like 80, 85 tons, somewhere around there. I don't know if it says here. Okay, well. Obviously, we don't want it to be able to see me, so
Commander.
let's remedy that situation. So ideally, what I'd like to do is keep him in sensor range. Oops, I want to jump, not sensor lock. And we'll just be able to do that if I jump to here. Now, the Zeus may be able to come up and see me, but that is a risk I think I'm just going to have to take. Otherwise, we won't get anything done. So, ideally, you be in behind terrain or something so they can't see you, but I don't have any possibility of that in this situation. It's a little bit too wide open terrain. But I can hit him with the sensor lock. It is 80 tons, okay.
Sensors locked on.
Alright, so it has half its armor. I mean, if it's only 2 mechs, I can take 2 mechs. 2 assault mechs that have half their armor. It's going to be, you know, take a lot to necessarily bring them down, but it's not going to be impossible. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So we're just moving to get in range.
Coordinates received.
Might as well hit him now while he hasn't moved and has no guard up. So let's do that.
Time to die.
I could have used vigilance, and maybe I should have. There's also a possibility we may be able to knock this guy.
Ready for orders.
Oh, we get a straight line of sight. An 80 position I could move. Because the AC-10 would help a lot in some ways. Okay, well, what I want to do, I want to move just so that I've got the right positioning here. And then we're going to hit this guy with our LRM-10.
Roger.
And we've got upgrade stability image on this as well. Not enough to knock him unsteady. If I knock him unsteady, he won't necessarily attack me. But I think we just wait at this point. We've got one more mech to go. We won't necessarily do full damage. Okay, there is a third mech, and it's a heavy mech. Hopefully there's not more than that. There is another mech. Alright, so they have a full lance. And it's another heavy mech. Again, we can handle it. Hopefully. The downside is I cannot really do anything with the Griffin. Because if I act now, they'll just absolutely destroy me. I can't move into a spot where I can fire on this guy. I would be able to do that on these guys. The problem is I would have the assault mechs now opening up on me, and I know for a fact the Zeuses have LRMs. So the Zeus would be able to hit me no matter where I end up, unless I can move far enough away to get outside of its range. But these mechs back here can hit the Zeus. So what do you think his chance of hitting me if I jump over here is? What I could do is I could jump, use Vigilance to reduce the damage as much as I can, and then next turn, hit him and jump away. I mean, we have done that effectively before. We just don't know what this other assault mech is. I could take a lot of firepower here, and they could do pretty decent damage to me. But, you know, I'd rather do something than nothing. So, that's what I'm going to do.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, and I'm going to use Vigilance, just so that I don't take as much damage as I may. Okay, we've got an Orion. I'll go ahead and fire everything here, even though my chance of hitting is not great. Okay, this is going to be a tough fight, for sure. As I said, we're looking at assault mechs. See, misses. I'm trying to remember the firepower of Zeus. I mean, obviously I could check it while I have that. Okay, so he didn't end up firing at me. Okay. All right, so Decker. Well, at this point, we should probably focus damage on a particular mech.
Good to go.
And I feel like we have a strong case for that Orion if I can get into range. Okay, I cannot get into range, so I don't really have as strong of a case for the Orion. We could keep on the Zeus. I'm a little concerned, though, if I jump here, this mech, whatever it may be, will be able to see me, and then establish line of sight, and then they'll just absolutely annihilate, well, not annihilate, but they'll go after the Jenner hard. A lot of evasion may mitigate that. If they get any lucky hits, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Okay, I do need to make sure that sensor lock, I can sensor lock somebody. If I jump to here, I'll be able to sensor lock the one guy. Maybe I don't need to jump. Okay, yes, I... Okay. It's like there would be a sensor lock? Maybe. I don't want to go with maybes. I want to go for sure sensor locks. I could also wait until they move and then, like, respond to their move, but I don't really want to get hit. This has to be a careful mission where I take as little damage as possible. So, sensor lock. The only choice is the Zeus, so we'll do that. Which is, for sure, yeah. That's amazing that he got as much evasion as he did. Must have that skill. Alright, well, there's no reason for me to not evade, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'm sorry, reserve, not evade. Alright, so I'm going to split fire with the Trebuchet. I'm going to hit the Zeus and the Orion, because we'll be able to do full damage if I do it like that. I am going to eventually have to do more retreating than I'm currently doing, but that's alright. So, chance to hit here is not great. So, that. You know, I put the LRM-15 in the wrong spot, the ++ one. I should have done the more accurate one. Oh well. So, like that. He did reset all his stability damage. Oh well.
Got it.
A little bit of damage there. Okay, we got a head hit.
Receiving you.
Can't quite pull that off because I'm not angled correctly. Okay, according to this, I want to move back a little bit. They may be able to establish a line of sight. Okay. We do have a chance to hit him with both of our weapons. I'm going to take those shots as well.
Copy that.
Now, the problem with this situation, they're going to guard all the time, so I may end up running low on ammo. This guy has, you know, this mech has LRM-10s to spare, so we could be firing that, I mean, 24 turns worth. So, the problem is the Trebuchet, though. And the AC-10. Thankfully, that hit, so it counted. Okay. Now for me, I have to be mindful of how much heat I'm going to build up here. Which is not much at all. See, now we're heat efficient because we don't have to deal with a bunch of crap. All right.
Engaging target.
Okay, good. Now we jump away. Should not be able to engage. We don't have to jump full distance. As long as we keep the rock in between them and me. Be alright.
Engaging jump jets.
And we can use these kind of tactics. You know, hit and run. Keep running. They may be able to back me into a corner eventually. But hopefully we do enough damage to them that it counts. Okay.
Sensors show more bandits.
Alright. And we may be able to get away with reserving a lot more now. This guy may be able to see me, but he's an assault mech, he'll go last. So the real chance, the problem is if he does get to see me and he does a lot of damage to the Jenner before it even gets to go. That would be the biggest risk. But otherwise, let's just go ahead and reserve here and let them move, let them get closer. Give me a little bit more opportunity to do things against them. Pass their turn. Fortunately, they don't have sensor lock. That would have made... Oh. Okay. Well, it kind of forced my hand now. Because now I know they can see me. So the quick draw is going to be a good target for us now. So, just going to back off. We won't have to jump to do this. We can get in behind this rock and be alright. And then we'll lock up the quick draw, as it is the most vulnerable target at the current moment. Alright, that Orion is kind of getting close to us, so we do have to respect it as well. Okay. So, we'll kind of come in, hit it, and then I'll use my opportunity to retreat from it. On a decent distance. That way we may be able to retreat from it on foot, rather than using jump jets and heating us up more. But we are starting to get kind of high in heat. But I have been jumping a lot, which I think is part of the reason why we're so high. Okay. I'm an idiot. I should have done that after the assault mechs went. Now I'm going to get hit. Alright. That was really dumb. I don't know if he can see me for sure, but he probably can. That was incredibly stupid of me.
Engaging target.
Oh, hey, we got a lucky hit there, so it does pay for itself, but I shouldn't have made that mistake. That was boneheaded. So we're going to take damage for sure, and they're going to go after the Griffin because, you know, that is the perfect target for them. I don't know if I can confirm that he can see me, but...
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to back up a bit. The idea here is, you know, continue to backpedal. Make it harder target.
Affirmative.
Now that damage I just did was very important. Okay, so the quick draw are going to do more damage too if we do this. I am tempted to do the precision strike, as it would increase our accuracy. And we may even be able to focus the damage on a particular point. Okay, so what is in the right arm? Medium laser, what is in the right torso? A couple more medium lasers in the SRM ammo? Okay, that could be useful. We'll take that out. And fire. Okay. Got in there and got a medium laser crit. Now, if we get lucky
Reporting critical hit.
with Trebuchet, may be able to knock that last bit out. Okay. We're going to do multi-target here
Don't need to tell me
with the
twice.
goal of hitting both the Orion and the quick draw. Now, the reason I'm doing that is to do full damage. I think that's more important. So you're going to be A, and you're going to be B, and B will be this. Okay.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Knocked him unsteady. Unfortunately, not down. Alright. So this is where the assault mechs are now going to make me pay for my mistake. Okay, that is an awesome, I think. With 2 PPCs. I'm trying to think of what else that could possibly be at 80 tons. Zeus has LRM, so it will fire those. So this is damage I should not have taken. But, oh, it's alright. We didn't take that much. The PPCs would have hurt a lot more if they'd hit. Okay. Let's reserve. This time I have to be smarter and reserve so that I don't have that possibility happening. I just got a little ahead of myself. Now here we have to move. So I'm gonna fire with everything. Because I can run away on foot. He might be able to catch me, but I have greater foot speed than he does. I got another head hit. We're on our way there. And I'm just gonna take, you know, furthest distance. Also, it will aim the side, my side that isn't as vulnerable, the side that doesn't have all the weapons. So, we can do that. Get a decent amount of evasion, but also get that cover up so we take a little bit less damage, perhaps. Okay, continue to reserve. Ryan may be able to move far enough to be a threat. But if so, we'll focus on him. Okay, so for all I know, you can only see the Centurion. Alright, well that is a problem, though. That means that this guy, when he goes, and all these other guys will be able to attack. So we need to move... I mean, I don't know how he sees me. It looks like he's looking through a rock to see me, but... in this case...
Standing by.
Best move I have is to just sensor lock him. I would like to use the firepower that my Jenner has, but...
Commander.
So all I have to do is move back just the slightest bit. And he can't see me anymore. So... Now we can establish a direct line of sight if I do it like this. So... The downside of this is if we kill the Orion, then I wasted that sensor lock a little bit. I want to do as much damage as I can, so I'm just stepping out of his ability to see me. At least I think I did. And then... Fire?
Engage.
He's hit AC-10. Ah! And we still may have enough firepower to kill him. Glitch.
I hear ya.
I'm going to continue to move with. Back up a bit.
On my way.
I should be able to outpace my enemy, so... And I only have one person I can see, so... Alright, I didn't kill him, unfortunately. But if you can see anybody, he's now giving that vision. I'm hoping I moved the Centurion far enough. Looks like I did. Although, this guy has direct fire weapons, so he might not have had the direct line. Oh, going to cool off, are you? Okay. Well, so far so good. Now we know the Orion will be able to move into a position to see me, so at this point I think we just sensor lock him again and just take him out. That's the wisest move.
I've got a sensor lock.
He doesn't have great defense, so we have a pretty strong capability of maybe knocking him out.
Standing by.
I think we can get a little aggressive here and go forward and attack, because the objective here is to kill him before he gets an opportunity to kill us. So let's get those medium lasers in there and really open up on him. This is an Orion, though. He'll be able to take a beating, so we really have to hit him hard. He only has 15 left in his center torso, so we have to get really unlucky here not to kill him. Okay, we got him. Well, it sure seemed like we were starting to get unlucky there. Okay, well, might as well reserve.
Standing by.
So we've got one down, 3 to go, and that wasn't so bad. But this is obviously, you know, a fight that you have to take carefully. You can't just charge in and just hope for the best. Okay, now in this scenario, I don't think I can establish line of sight anywhere. Well, in theory, I can see him. And that might be all we need. I could also sprint for that. Knowing that I have the better initiative, I'm giving line of sight to my comrades. What the heck, we'll do it.
Full throttle.
Oh, I'm an idiot again. I didn't reserve. Well, we're going to have to vigilance here. Except I didn't do it in time. Well, I couldn't have reserved, but I just forgot that they had an assault mech still to go. So that was unfortunate damage. I could have guarded as well before I had moved, but whoops. Okay. Well, we'll take the thing that's the most accurate. Fire
Tell me
that.
what to shoot.
This is the first time we're hitting the awesome, but hey, it's damage, so we'll take it. Would have been nice not to have taken the damage I did over here, but oh well. Mistakes happen. Okay. Serve. Serve. Okay. Now, unfortunately, in this position, I cannot actually do damage to my opponent. So... and I don't want him to be able to see me anymore. So let us move for that. We do get a cool off period. I kind of want to spread my guys out a little bit. But we'll be ready to go after this one. Okay. We're going to reserve. Make those heavies go. Make those assaults, at least some of them, go. Makes it a little trickier to do the hit and run attacks though when they have assault mechs, because you can't make them go.
Roger that. Holding.
The Awesome's going to move, and then I have to worry about the Zeus. The Zeus is going to be able to go.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock.
Oh, you
detected.
bastard. Now we braced, just in case.
Orders?
Now we have to establish line of sight sometime, so... I'm a little worried, though. I'm a little too close to that guy. Not sure what else I can do here, though, other than just move out. Maybe if I move here, he wouldn't have a direct line of sight, because there is still that rock. Oh, we'll find out. Wow, he's got a lot of evasion. Alright, I guess we're going to hit the Awesome instead, because this will be full damage. Should we use Vigilance here? I don't think we need it. I mean, this rock may be in the way.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Okay, we've got some internals there.
Damn. Let's do this.
And a head hit.
Think I hit something good.
So they finally use a sensor lock on me. Okay, he's gonna go after the Jenner. That's alright. Jenner has enough armor, it can soak a little bit for us. The important thing is it's giving us vision now.
Good to go.
So Jalopy can move into a position to use direct line of sight. Like right there. They may be able to hit me next turn, but I will have the initiative advantage.
On the move.
But we have to hit the awesome, because it's exposed, has no defense, whereas the quick draw, although it has less armor, is well defended at this moment. We could go head-oning, but we'll just have this fire naturally.
Acknowledged.
He's hit. There we go. Got a PPC crit, so reducing some of the effectiveness of the mech. We haven't knocked out any weapons, but...
That hit something good.
Okay. As much as it is tempting to fire at the quick draw with a split shot, we do a lot more effective damage by just attacking the awesome and hitting it entirely. So, let's fire. Good accuracy, so this is a good chance of landing and doing full damage. Okay, took out an arm and should knock him down. Oh, not quite. Just need to tap him a little bit more. Okay, so at this stage,
Receiving you.
need to jump back. And I'm very, very tempted to lock up the awesome here. All right, just move here. I mean, the quick draw has jump jets, which could be concerning. If it can jump up here, it may be able to get me. So maybe jump further away and hope that it can't. Although I would be out in the open here. All right. We got to sensor lock up the awesome because we have a good chance of knocking it down and then finishing it off. So that is our best case.
Got a lock.
Okay, so Jalopy is already in a good position here. With direct line of sight. Although the quick draw may be able to move up and hit her. She does have the ability, though. Should I precision strike now? Nah.
Taking the shot.
There we go, right torso gone. And this should be enough to knock him down. We just did another pilot injury, so this should be the third one. You know, it depends on their pilot. I'm going to guess that they're experienced pilots, so... Okay. Now this is our opportunity to try and finish the job. We're just going to go straight for the center torso and hope for a kill. We have a high probability of landing these shots. Not enough, but close.
More? Huh?
Okay, reserve. Now again, they're going to get the last laugh on me. So I kind of almost have to accept the amount of damage that they may be able to do to me. Please go first. Ah. Okay, off the awesome is going to trundle. We've taken out most of its firepower, so it's not really that much of a threat. Is there a way I can attack the quick draw without it being able to see me? It doesn't look like it. I could get vigilance. I could also get in probably on its rear armor. I'm going to guess that it's rear armor. So I'll face like this. I'll use vigilance to make myself have more defense. I will be the only target it can see, so that it's probably going to fire at me regardless. Okay, I didn't get rear armor, so that's unfortunate. I think we just hit the awesome then, because the quick draw I would have gone after if I had gotten its rear armor. But I have a pretty decent chance of killing the awesome. As a matter of fact, I might split fire here. So, you're A, you're B. B is going to be the SRM-6. And, I mean, I only need 7 damage. So, one of these... Well, I'd actually take 2, wouldn't it? Alright, just to hedge my bets, I'm going to put a medium laser in there as well. So, kind of splitting the fire up.
Engaging multiple targets.
That doesn't bode well that we missed that. Hey, we got a head hit. Missed that one too, but hey, we got it.
Warriors, show 'em what you got.
So no longer will they be able to necessarily get me an assault mech here. Nice try. Get a couple hits here. Bound to with an LRM.
Damage minimal.
Okay, well, I think we're kind of on the you know, in good position here. All right. Well, Decker, I think, needs to keep moving. So we'll jump, and what the hell, we'll hit him. Because I'm not going to be able to get far enough away from him. He's going to be able to see me next turn, no matter what I do. So we have to just kill the quick draw while we have that opportunity.
Up high.
And I think we have enough firepower on tap to do that. Do we go with the precision strike here? Yeah. I honestly think that would be a good call. Because we can just go after his right torso. And maybe take it out.
Roger that.
Or, there we go. So there goes some of the firepower. So if we don't manage to kill the quick draw, I mean, it's going to be hurting nonetheless. Okay. Hit him again. It's very tempting to take the rear instead. I have to accept the possibility, though, that guy's going to get me if I do that. Yeah, for sure. Let's just do the attack and the retreat. I think that's a wiser move. We won't do as much damage this way, but
Engaging target.
what the hell? Another head hit there. Okay. And then... Sure, I'll jump. We'll be able to get away with it.
Engaging.
Probably be able to see me, but... Oh well. The goal here is to have him not be alive after this, so... Oh, and I moved in a way I can't see him anymore. How am I able to see him with the generator or fire? Oh, okay, I get it. Well, guess we're just gonna move up here. We should be in a good spot to just unload with everything.
Moving out.
Okay.
Solid.
There's actually a possibility I will not be able to finish him. I'll be able to mess him up to the point that he's not able to really fire any weapons, but the important thing that he may give is the opponent vision of me.
Waiting on you,
So in
Commander.
that regard, I'm going to step up and hit him with the medium lasers that I have as well. Because we have to ensure his death. I mean, that's really... has to happen, otherwise we will take damage from this assault mech. I mean, the assault mech might even be able to move up far enough to see me because I moved up, but... Put everything we've got into this. Okay, we got him.
Done.
Gotcha.
Alright, one remains. We've done a little bit of damage to him, at least in the early stage of the game. Okay. So I'm gonna have to take this one slow, in my opinion. So I'll move up to the rock,
Location confirmed.
lock him up with the sensors, and then we'll just pick away at him until he's dead. It is still amazing how much
I read you,
evasion this
Commander.
guy can
Moving
get.
out.
Alright, well, I'm gonna only fire one LRM-15 because that actually makes more sense to do so. So, we'll turn off the accurate one.
Uh-huh.
Now, I did put that in the position I did because I was thinking of, you know, keeping it safe, but then I realized it's not as accurate in that position.
Commander.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get direct line of sight no matter how I move, so just back up a bit.
On my way.
So it's less likely he'll get that line of sight. Hit him with what we got. And really, if he does ever fire his weapons, he's dead. I'm going to hit him with everything I've got, and it's going to do a ton of damage, and it's going to hurt him a lot. So
Standing by.
we'll see how he does. Builds up another 3 evasion, which again is amazing considering it's a assault mech. I mean, I guess that's technically possible if he's max moving, but he's moving into woods and stuff, and I really don't know how he's pulling that off. But see, I'm getting 3, and I have more movement than this mech does. Oh well, we'll get in there and we'll shoot at him. I'm running pretty hot, but at this stage, we know that I don't heat up that badly firing all my weapons, so I'm fine doing that. Let's do a precision strike, because we'll hit with more accuracy. And you have an LRM-15 in that arm, which honestly is probably the more dangerous weapon for me. Got some dangerous stuff on that side, too. I mean, really, they just pick whatever looks weaker. And I guess the left torso looks weaker, so let's go with that.
Engaging target.
Well, we didn't do a very good job of hitting where I aimed, but oh well, we still hit him. Gonna keep reserving.
Reserving
Alright,
action.
I might as well just hit him and then run. I can get around the other side of the rock, so
Engaging target.
okay, some crits there.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
There's a very strong possibility this guy will not be going past this turn. He's an assault mech. He probably will be able to, but we'll hold out nonetheless. It's possible he may be able to see Jenner if we keep him where he is, but I'll take that risk. Okay, nope.
Standing by.
Alright.
On my way.
Now we can hit him with our lasers, and then open up on him with our other mechs. Fire away.
Firing all weapons.
Hey, and I think that's the second head hit on this guy. We haven't even taken out a torso section or anything yet.
Orders.
And with everything, let's go ahead and do that.
Firing a full salvo.
Oh, okay.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Holding on pretty well.
Waiting for orders.
The possibility he's gonna see me is starting to get pretty strong.
You betcha.
So if we don't get him after this turn, a little bit of trouble. Got another head hit. Alright, so we have to go for broke on this one, so I have to hit him again here. I'm trying to get him from the side. We'll try and focus fire on one particular side, see if we can take out one of the torso sections. I mean, at this point, he's starting to hurt as far as pilot hits, so
Let's see how you like this.
okay. Still clinging on. I don't know how my heat's doing. We're gonna go in and, again, hit him from the side. Hopefully doing strong damage here. Okay, looks like we can get away with all our weapons.
Engaging target.
Wow.
Enemy mech.
Still up.
Critical damage detected.
He has a possibility of punching the Jenner, so I gotta stop him. 16, 14, 23. Not a lot left there, huh?
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we'll hit him with everything again. Do I do a precision strike at this point? If I'm gonna do it with anybody, I should probably do it with... screw it, let's do one. Take out his leg, knock him down for sure. I'll take 81 damage, and he's taking half. I don't think we can even do that, so let's precision strike one of his torso sections. Which ones hurt the most? 23, 16. Okay, well that screams that. Okay, the one that only has 16. Fire.
Firing all weapons.
Okay, so he took another pilot hit. Now, if I had it in my power, I'd hit him with another aim shot
What can I do for you?
and go for his torso section. With that being said, I need to do more damage here before he gets a chance to go, because he, again, could punch me. So we're trying to get a pilot kill here, ideally. I'm going to hit him with everything I have. Be able to knock him down, which will be another pilot hit, so we might get it. There we go. There's the pilot kill.
You're dead.
Excellent work, Commander. The zone is clear. The board is green. Let's go home. So, right there, it warned me, and it said, these guys, you know, you need heavier mechs. Did I need heavier mechs? I barely got touched in this battle. And a lot of that was mistakes on my part. If I'd played the game right, we would barely have gotten touched. Like, it would have been a couple scratches. And, you know, that's what you can do if you have the right squad and you play it right. Now, outnumbered 2-1, that wouldn't have gone so well. But equal numbers, despite them having a lot more weight than me, yeah, they had half armors, which helped. But we did it.
Mission successful.
All right, we get our payout. As I said, minimal damage. All right, what do we want here? Well, we already have one part of a quick draw. Now, I'm not that big of a fan of the quick draw myself, but we may be able to do some things with it. In particular, we could turn it into a support mech, probably better than we could the Dragon, because, I mean, I don't know where the slots are. Until I see that, I don't know that for certainty. Other than that, we got, you know, we could do 2 parts of Zeus. Now, that wouldn't be a bad deal. We also have some special things. So LRM-10 with stability damage. You know, that's not that great. AC-5 with 4 accuracy and plus 20 stability damage. That sounds pretty damn good. What else we got? Medium laser with plus 50% crit. I mean, that seems interesting, but it's only a crit chance. And maybe that could be powerful, but I don't know. I think the likelihood we'd get a Zeus here is pretty low. Even if I take 2 Zeus parts, I think that's pretty low. I could do some pretty cool things with a Zeus, but I don't know. I mean, the Zeus is a good mech, and with the slots we have there, yeah, I mean, you could do some pretty cool stuff. It just, the likelihood I'll get it. And that AC-5 is very attractive. Especially with the stability damage. We've seen how effective that can be. Well, in certain circumstances, it can be pretty effective. I'm tempted to just go Zeus here. Because at this stage of the game, what is the likelihood we're going to get a Zeus? And there's a chance out of the 8 that we'd get the last Zeus piece and we'd get an assault mech at this stage. And we'd probably run that instead of the dragon. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with the AC-5. I just think that the chance that we're going to get a full Zeus here is too low. I'm not sure if I'm ready for a Zeus either, as far as, you know, setting up a lance and everything. We're not going to get a quick draw no matter what I do here, so I could take one hoping we face another quick draw. But again, I'm not that big of a fan of quick draws, so I'll grab the Zeus part. Who knows? We could get lucky. No, we got the awesome part and a PPC. And the other M10. I mean, I'll take it. I wasn't as interested in it. The medium laser would have been a nice pickup, but oh well, it is what it is. Honor Secrets. Oh, okay. It looks like we are already getting the codebreaker stuff. Okay, everybody, our shiny new codebreaker just finished chewing through the encryption on the Argos data archive. So I go ahead and open it. That's what we're all here for. And without further ado, oh, it looks like a map archive, which is about what you'd expect on a navigation computer. No surprises there. I'm seeing a lot of periphery territories. The Outworld's Alliance, the Rimworld's Republic, the Oberon Confederation, but hello, what's this? Star map on a blue background fills your view screen. The margins are dense with annotations and symbols. This isn't a civilian map, it's SLDF. Look at the symbols. Refueling stations, no-fly zones, even military installations, all laid out and annotated, complete with identifier codes where applicable. And it looks like we have more of them. Okay. Yeah, so this says there must be more to the ship's story than we understand. No civilian vessel should be carrying this kind of intel. Don't know, Commander. If there was any military significance to this vessel, it isn't reflected in her logs or in any of the history I've dug up on her. I wish that I had answers, but I'm as in the dark as you are. Another centuries-old mystery and a ship overflowing with them. Mystery that could get us all killed. I shouldn't have to tell you what the great houses would do to get their hands on something like this. And even if they don't, bad things happen to people who mess around with BattleTech. I've heard stories. Hang on a second. I've got something. An SLDF outpost castle. Designation reads Nautilus. It's on Artru, deep inside Directorate space, right on the edge of the Tarian border. On the map, it's a no-fly zone, marked strictly off limits to civilian craft. Nothing like that has ever been discovered on Artru. Trust me, I grew up there. I'd know. This could be a huge find. The SLDF built outpost castles to keep periphery worlds in line. They stocked them accordingly. That means BattleTech and lots of it. There could even be an intact memory core for us to discover. Okay, well, memory core is important because that's kind of what led to the revitalization of a lot of the technology, the lost technology that later material in the BattleTech universe would use. Stuff like extra light engines and all that stuff. So we don't have access to that at this point in the game. I don't know if we ever get access to that, but it's intriguing. And by the way, the Hell memory core, which is the memory core that did that, the mercenaries that found it went through a lot to get it, so hopefully that's not something we have to do. Who cares about memory cores? If there's really an outpost castle out there on Artru, that means battle mechs. The rarest, most expensive mechs you could ever imagine. Oh, and weapons, boss. Weapons the likes of which you have never seen. You ever heard of a Gauss rifle? So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. From what I've read, those babies could punch a hole clean through an assault mech without breaking a sweat. And pulse lasers, kind that could slag a mountain of armor in the blink of an eye. Well, they're not necessarily that good, but, you know, that's the kind of tech we're talking about. If what you've just said is true, if an intact Starleague era wet armory is waiting for us on R-True, then this could change everything. We could punch through the Directorate's defenses in spite of their unexpected strength. With an SLDF arsenal at our disposal, there would be nothing we couldn't do. We must pursue this, Commander Gunner. Lady Urano will say the same. Yeah, I'm going to say this. We're in, but Myra's right. The Great Houses would kill us all for this information. My own people in the Free Worlds League are no exception. Thank you, Commander. If you ask me, we shouldn't be looking into this at all. Chasing Lost Tech is a bad idea. Capital B. Capital I. If our friends and neighbors don't kill us to take it, someone will push the wrong button and blow us all up. Again, I have stories. Let me be abundantly clear. If there is a Starleague-era castle awaiting on R-True, we will claim what's inside. Not out of avarice, but out of necessity. Advancing on the Directorate's core systems with our existing army would be like marching headlong into an abattoir? Not sure exactly with that word, but we'll continue. We could succeed, yes, but our losses would be devastatingly high, as would yours. So we will follow this lead. Superstitions be damned. Okay, we'll say this. Necessary or not, we're doing this. I left home to seek my fortune, not to hide from it. You heard the commander. The conversation's over. We're going to R-True. Full stop. Very good. I'll contact Lady Urano. She'll need time to prepare the recovery effort. Carry on with your business, Commander. Take contracts, fight, and grow stronger. Soon enough, we will all venture into the unknown. All right, well, that's in enemy territory, though, they said. So we're going to have a fight on our hands regardless. But let's go ahead and wrap things up here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.